Sometimes in automation, test cases do fail for one reason or another that are not directly linked to your code or to the quality of your automation project. It can be because one application didn't start correctly on a device, or because the server had an error while running one of the test cases. So what we want to do is usually to be able to rerun those test cases that failed, and to include the results in the initial report and initial log of the execution with the total number of tests that were executed. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to rerun your robot framework test cases using two methods. The first method implies the manual rerun of the test cases by launching a command in the terminal. And the second one is by using a parameter while running the robot command with a predefined number of reruns for your test cases. So what I have here is one simple project with using the browser library, which is a browser for web based on Playwright. This is not a browser library tutorial, so I will be doing another video on that. But the idea is that if you followed my courses, you already know the standard organization of files and folders. So we do have the project, which is called sauce demo. And this project refers to this page right here. Is an automation-friendly page, which allows you to test various automation actions like enter username, password, click on login, and so on. And I have defined some variables for the video URL, username, password, and different locators for the user interface. So after that, I've imported that resource and I created two test cases. One test case that will open the browser, go to the web page, input username, password, and make a correct login. And the second test, which will do the same thing, but in the end, it will do a logout. I will first show you how these tests work. I will enable presenter mode in the browser library, so the test will be a little slower than it will normally be, because otherwise you will see that the speed is very, very great. So in a new terminal, I will launch this command. So I will say robot -d output. So this is basically telling the script to put all the output in this folder. And I would say tests, and we'll give it a go. So right now, the first test will open the page. We'll input the username and the password. We'll click the login, and we'll check for the hamburger menu on the top left corner. The second test is doing the same thing, but this time it will click on the hamburger menu and then click on the logout button and verify that the logout has been successfully achieved. I will now disable the presenter mode. And let's say, for example, that your first test case is a success and the second test case will fail because you don't have the right locator for this element. So I have replaced the original element with the original locator with another one. So what I will do now is to go ahead and launch the same test or the same command. And this time the first test will be much quicker and the second test will stop at the point where the WebDriver should click on the logout button. And because the WebDriver didn't click on the button, the test has failed. Now, this test case is now failed, and the suite containing the two test cases is also failed. So let's say that we have fixed the problem in our initial test case or initial locator, and now we want to rerun just that case, and we want to integrate the results with the first log, which is this one. So what we want to do is to say robot -d. I will choose another folder. So in my case, I will choose output_rerun. And then I would say rerun failed. And for this first argument, I will pass the location of the output.xml file that was generated by the first run. So in my case, that is in the output folder, and here I have the output.xml file. So I will say rerun failed output/output.xml, and then I will say go ahead and rerun all the test cases that failed according to the output.xml file inside the tests folder. So now, after hitting enter or return, this will jump over the first test because this was passed, and it will move on to the second test, which was failed. So if I hit enter, I will see that only the second test is executed. So now we have one passed test from the first execution and one passed test from the second execution. But we also want to merge these results into one log. So we can do that by using the rebot command, which is rebot. And then we will first choose a destination for the new log minus the output. I can put the output in the same folder as the first execution because that will actually rewrite this output.xml file. And then I would say -r with capital letter. And the next arguments, which can be 2, 3, 4, or 5, are actually the numbers of re-executions and the folders for those executions. So I want to combine the output/output.xml along with the output_rerun/output.xml. So basically, I'm telling robot framework to match these two files and combine them into one file inside this output folder. What I can do also is to say, go and put the output in this folder, but also name it output.xml. So this command runs, and right now you can see that we have a merged output file, which is the log.html. And if I open this in a separate browser, I can see that it contains both of my executions. And for the second execution, we have an old status, which was failed because this test failed the first time. And now we have a new status, which is passed. So overall, the execution is passed. The second option of retrying a failed test case is by using something called retryfailed, which is a module for Robot Framework. The first thing to do is to install it by using the command pip or pip3 if you have Python 3. Install Robot Framework retry failed. This will install the module for you. And so the way to use this is by typing the command robot -d output and then -- listener retry failed and colon, and here you can specify the number of retries you want for a certain test case. So for example, if a test case has failed, you can choose to retry and run it again for 1 time, 2 times, and so on. I will just put 1, and then I will give it the path to my test cases. Let's modify this locator again, and we shall see how that behaves. So first of all, we will have the login test, then we will have the test that failed, the logout test, and we will have the logout test once more because it failed the first time. If you if you manage to modify the test between runs, you will have an easier way of combining the results. So this is the output with the two reruns of the same test case. And you can see this retry here, which says that this test has actually been retried for one time. That's it for this video. I hope you learned something of value today. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you soon on a new video.